Hey, it's another week, another recipe, and today is one of those 1940s recipes that leaves you wondering if anyone actually made this back then. I've gotten a pretty good laugh out of this one. Come join me, and I hope you will too. Hey everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. My name's Courtney Morris, and I cook history's forgotten recipes out of random cookbooks I find, and sometimes websites. Didn't know if you knew this, but I ran out of T-bone steak the other day. Therefore, because I did, in 1943, if you ran out of T-bone steak, you could make an emergency steak. It sounds terrible. I mean, really, just the sound of it. It's like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm out of T-bone steak and Bob's going to be home in 20 minutes. I know, I am going to get everything that I have in my fridge, put it together, and I'm going to call it T-bone steak. Actually, I'll call it an emergency steak in my head because this is an emergency, but because Bob is a man, he won't notice anything. Honestly, though, this falls into the category of why. It's like, we're gonna be creative here, but the whole recipe sounds like a triangle-shaped meatball. But we're gonna try it. General Mills put it out, and you're supposed to put Wheaties in it, or breadcrumbs. I don't have Wheaties, so we're going the breadcrumb route, which, if you've ever had Wheaties, it's kind of the same thing. And keep in mind that this was from a General Mills advertisement in the 1943 Good Housekeeping magazine, when all cooking and culinary recipes and articles were geared toward keep your husband happy with food, because everybody knows that the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. And I mean, that might be true, but universal truth is they are a lot less cranky when they are full. So there might be some truth to that. Anyways, let's, I don't know what we're doing. We're gonna try this out. All right, let the emergency begin. 1 pound of ground beef. That's not thawed out. Okay, now we're thawed out. So we have a pound of ground beef, and then we need a tablespoon of minced onion. And just to clarify, minced meaning very small. Yeah, that's about as small as I'm gonna get it. Half a cup of milk. Can't say I've ever put milk in my ground beef before, but teaspoon salt, 1/4 teaspoon pepper, and 1 cup of breadcrumbs. And that's it. I am basically making meatballs. Lovely. Bob will never know the difference. My real husband's name is not Bob, by the way. Okay, so now I get to shape this into a T-bone shape, which is, well, if you've never seen it, it's got a little T-bone in the middle, so it's triangular. So, and it's supposed to be 1 inch thick. All right, so I almost failed pottery in high school, so sculpting is not my strong suit. Okay, so this does say it serves 6 people, and perhaps it might. I'm sure you serve it with a side of who knows what. You know, I'm gonna make it into 2. T-bones aren't that big. I mean, this is getting ginormous. So I'm basically making meatloaf. I like to think of it as meatballs instead, because meatloaf in my head is just disgusting. Sorry, unpopular opinion, I know. Okay, so, oh dear. Still, why? If these didn't look enough like a T-bone, we have to cut up a carrot to make the bone in it. From what I understand, it did not give any directions on this. It just says to do it. We are just gonna cut these into thin strips. And then you're supposed to just sink these in there to resemble the bone. That is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. You can kind of take this back to a wartime mind frame of creating normalcy. Sometimes it's just like, you guys just need to sell some Wheaties? I don't get it, but whatever. Okay, so now I need to broil it, and till it's done, I guess. So wish me luck. Okay, well, I can't tell the difference, can you? It smells like, I don't even know. I don't eat meatloaf, so I don't know if it smells like meatloaf or if it smells more like a meatball, but either way, these carrots are cracking me up. Oh, okay. So it is kind of, you know, cooked, it's crunchy, not crunchy, crispy, I guess you could say, on the outside. This is basically a hamburger patty that got broiled, and it only took maybe, what, 15, 20 minutes? Okay, well, that's salty. That's a lot of salt in there. Wow. The flavor's not bad though. It's not bad. Texture-wise though, I'm not here for that. I can't tell the difference at all. I like my T-bone steaks mushy. Really mushy. And there's a little too many breadcrumbs in there for me. The flavor's not bad. I will give it that. Pros, flavor's good. Well, I shouldn't say good. It's not terrible. If you're a fan of meatloaf, you actually might enjoy this. Half the salt. The texture is definitely not like hamburger, like an actual burger. It's definitely softer because of the breadcrumbs, and it just kind of mushes in your mouth, which is not the best. Could I pull this off as a T-bone steak for my husband? Heck no. He would look at me like I was insane. These carrots though, I mean, that just it just cracks me up too much. I can't do that. I don't know. Bottom line is this falls into the category of why bother? Just make a meatloaf or make meatballs. Don't make it something it's not when it's so far from what it was supposed to be. I mean, at least in one of the last mock videos I did of the mock fish patty that was rice, it actually, you know, looked like it and tasted like it. This just looks like I just had some fun with ground beef and pretended it was Play-Doh. Anyways, if you enjoyed hanging out with me today, I really would appreciate it if you'd hit the subscribe button, come join our little community. We have a lot of fun on these experiment excursions, and if you enjoyed the video, hit the little like button, hit the notification bell. I upload every Monday with a new historical, we call these experiments because most of the time they definitely are experiments. And if you need something else to watch after this, click right over here. This was a great one, better than this, I can guarantee that. But anyways, I will see you next Monday. Have a great week. Bye.